So my name is Cheng Eu. I'm a friend, a brother, and most importantly, a son. I'm a senior computer science major here at Messiah, and I am from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Life in Malaysia was great. I have a very good and well-off family that provided a lot of support and fund me and my education all the way here at Messiah. In Malaysia, it's a very diverse nation with a huge Malay, Indian, and Chinese population, and for the most part, we live very peacefully. I grew up in a relatively religious Buddhist household, but personally, I've never subscribed to the religion. But because of that, that made me very skeptical and curious about all the other religions of the world and trying to seek, I guess, my own truth. So I guess that's how it influenced my worldview. I came from a big family, and traditions that we have would be like, for example, during Chinese New Year or before Chinese New Year, the first day, we would all gather as a big family to have a big reunion dinner. And the next day, we would all visit our relatives and friends and receive red packets, and that consists money. That's just a tradition that I guess we do during Chinese New Year. I don't think those traditions really have any influence on my current hobbies, but my current hobbies would be dancing, going to the gym, watching videos, and mostly hanging out with my friends. In high school, I was known as this weird, goofy kid. I was still trying to find out who I was, but dancing definitely helped a lot with my confidence. I would say throughout high school, I was lacking in a lot of that, but when I got to perform on stage, it's like I put on a very different persona, very different character, and it's always great, like when people praise my performance after doing it. It always feels good, and yeah, performing on stage brings about a different high, and I love it every time. A certain time or a certain stage to talk to would definitely be the stage in between, like graduating from high school and coming into my freshman year in college. Because at that time I was full of anxiety. I had this mindset where if I were to pick one thing, I have to stick to it throughout my whole life. And I would tell myself at that stage, like, it's okay to pivot. It's okay to change. Everyone move in their own time, move in their own speed, and it will all turn out great. College was, I guess, I wouldn't say a goal, but it was more so something that was expected for me and my family. It was just like, you finish high school, go to college. I've never second guessed it. I never questioned it until I actually came to college. But I went with it. So far I really enjoyed my time, so I wouldn't say I regret coming to college. And the college that I transferred from was Methodist College, Kuala Lumpur. I chose computer science because of its versatility and the opportunities that it would provide for me. I was going through this quarter-life crisis where I was like switching between like 3 majors. But before transferring to Messiah, I was diving into a lot of topics like finance and tech, and those topics really, I would say, took a lot of my interest. So after switching a few majors, I was like, okay, I'm going to pursue this, and I haven't looked back since then. Professor was giving me feedback for my presentation, and he asked me like whether I was planning to stay in the US to work or to look for a job, and I was explaining, I have a 3 years extension on my visa. I do plan to work that at the very least. And he was like, oh, in that case, you should work on toning down your accent. So I was really taken aback. He said that in front of the whole class. I was like, oh, did you really just say that? But I didn't know how to react. So I said like, oh, did you understand what I was saying at all? And he was like, yeah, I understood what you're saying, but in this industry, like, it can come across as a distraction. He justified it like that, and I was thinking like, oh, our department head literally has, I think, a Swedish accent. Like, a lot of our professors have an accent that is not American. The tech industry has a lot of immigrants as well, and they're telling me that I cannot be successful with my Malaysian accent. So that was a very weird comment from him, but I brought it up to Amy Nichols, which is the international students program director, and she was very supportive. She validated my how I felt, and she brought it up to the department. Community and friendship means support to me. Without my friends, I don't think I would last this long in college. I would say it would be a very lonely journey, a very depressing journey, but because of them, you know, they brighten up my day, they motivate me. When I first transferred in to Messiah, like, I received a lot of good support from the seniors. So I think it would be good for me to return the favor, you know, provide some mentorship, provide some guidance to the first years especially. And I think I do a relatively good job at that.
So Cheng Eu, I've known Cheng Eu for 4 years now, and he is just a ray of sunshine in my life. He always brings so much peace. He's always very intentional to ask me how I'm doing. He always checks in on me, even though I'm the professional and he's the student. He just exhibits that level of care and intentionality with everyone that he interacts with.
How hasn't he impacted the MCC? If I were to give one word to describe him, be freaky. Our MCC freaky uncle. I love him.
The ways that Cheng Eu has impacted my life, it's actually super sweet. He's brought a lot of fun into my life, and he's helped me get out of my bubble. So just being more free and willing to be risky and be fun around my friends. And he's super genuine. So just pulling me out and doing things I usually wouldn't do.
I think the way that Cheng Eu has impacted my life, so I just came last year, right? But he helped me familiarize myself around campus and with the people here. And he has also invited me to all the other events, and he encouraged me to join MCC as well, and told me how MCC's family, and yeah, he has really brought a lot of fun and life into my life. Yeah.
I think similarly to everyone else, I've known Cheng Eu for a while now in many different capacities, as a friend, as his mentor, as his colleague, as his boss. And I think something that Cheng Eu has taught me is to really embrace life, similarly to what they said, is to embrace every part of life, and especially how to have fun and how to love life. I think he's a very bright person to be around, and